I'm all right, yeah, a little bit bleary. I was busting heads last night with Master Bruce till 2 a.m. So he apologises profusely not to be here, but we literally were in a boat beating people up till 2 o'clock. And so I got up at 4 just to talk to you and to act as the butler that I am and to represent, shall we say.
You're like living your role.
Feeling a bit bleary. I think I fell asleep in the panel just having my eyes open. I just hope I didn't sleep talk.
Might we see any effects from the Lazarus pit?
It's a very, very good question. I think it's early days. We're investigating it now because we're not quite sure the reason of Raish anyway, the reason why he was there, that he was the dragon head, the head of the Court of Owls, the reason why is he after Bruce as his heir. So it's only been 6 months, so we're not quite aware of it. But all I do know is there's a huge ripping asunder of the relationships formed, especially with Bruce. For the beginning and part of the season, we worked very closely together as the Bruce and Alfred that people know and expect. I think that was the thing in season 1, and especially season 1 that the people were concerned about was the brusqueness of Alfred, the firmness of him, because they'd always seen him as a sort of dusty-haired older gentleman, not the person that he was at my age. But you'll see, I do know that you'll see there's a parting of ways to a degree, and you'll see Alfred, who he really is. And there was a hint of that in the first season when his SAS buddy turned up and stabbed him. And Alfred basically goes feral and turns into who he was, and it ain't pretty. So I'm really looking forward to that episode, the parting of our ways. You need to make relationships stronger, you need to fall apart. So I think that's going to happen. But we're closer together, we're trying to understand each other. But the emergence of Raish and the emergence of the wannabe dad of Gordon, who Alfred doesn't necessarily approve of, there's a triangle which can't help a very damaged, mind-twisted young boy that is being, pulled and shoved all over the place, and he's trying to find his own footing. An exceptional boy. He could either go to the dark side or he'd go to the good side, and we don't know yet. But there's a tug of war.
So we saw Bruce turn that corner in the finale to start to maybe become the very beginnings of what he's going to be in Batman. How much is Alfred going to be keenly aware of what's going on with Bruce early on?
They are aware. This is a thing that I was just saying. I'm sorry if I feel like I'm repeating myself, but I just asked the same thing, was that I have a son called Alfred, he's the same age, and all you can hope to do with any teenager, any parents amongst you, is basically be able to communicate. And it doesn't matter how old they are, is you have to find a common denominator. And ours is a dysfunctionality hints towards something that doesn't work. But their dysfunctionality is perceived by everyone as everybody else as being strange, but in actual fact functions. And Alfred has a wherewithal to know that now. Because Alfred is damaged, so he lets go. He goes, well, if the only way you can't beat him, join him. All I ask is that you tell me what you're doing, include me. So you actually do see the Alfred and Bruce that you now expect from the Michael Goffs and the other Alfreds. You see the germination of that. But it doesn't necessarily, they start to go on vigilante missions, he says, and he tries to offer them advice, but he's become so abstract because he is, that's a great thing about the Batman character. He thinks in an abstract manner. You can teach him one way, but he sees in 15, he's moving 12, 15 moves ahead now. So he's superseding his mentors. And there's a reason why Raish wants him to inherit the mantle as a dragon's head, and why Gordon becomes concerned. But there's so much potential there that how do you cost it that? How do you control that? You can't cajole it, because they'll lie to you. So it's an interesting dynamic.
Outside of Bruce and Alfred, are there any relationships that have been teased for you to explore this season, or that you'd like to see explored?
Yes, there's definitely a butting of heads and concerns, one with Raish, but definitely butting heads with Jim Gordon. Which actually, funny enough, Ben McKenzie's just written this episode 4, we're about to start shooting. And it's very interesting because we were just talking about it, him being a parent as well, that he understands how difficult it is, and how not just to be liked, because otherwise you'd just be walked all over, but how to have a constructive relationship and a constructive part of someone's upbringing and moulding of someone's soul. So, and he's just written it. So there's going to be rumptions between us.
It's really exciting.
Everyone assumed when the show was announced, because Bruce is such a young age that we would never actually see him as Batman.
Yeah.
And now that he's on the verge of it, were you surprised that we got there that quick? Or
I'm just surprised by the acumen of the extraordinary talent of the writers, because the thing is, we always think that we're following the writers, but the writers are sometimes following us. And the fact that David, in his intellect and his brain and his approach and his focus and his darkness, is so attuned to being that character that it's not ridiculous that he has become. I mean, he started training. He's for real. He can chuck a punch. I know when I say that, but he also is studying. He's a grade A student, so he leaves me and goes upstairs and studies quantum physics, and he comes back downstairs and we'll have a fight. So they're following us and we're following them. So he doesn't become the Cape Crusader. There's no way. He also has to become the brat. He's got a lot of growing up to do. He's only 15, 16. Well, he's 15 in ours, but he's 16 in real life. But it's just going that way. But I'm a father. How do you hold on to a kid like that? My character's extraordinary in a dark way, and so is he. So it's not just a question of beating and joining them. It's a question of just being. He wants to be part of his life. He just goes and takes a wrong turn.
Thanks very much.
Great, thank you.